You gonna be my baby. I don't know how to sing it. But
You look so
beautiful.
handsome. I said it first, Jinx.
I said it first.
You look so handsome, baby.
And you smell good.
Thank
for
you,
real.
baby. I love you.
I love you more. The babies make you glow. You need to be pregnant every day. So.
What's up, you guys? So in today's video, we are going to talk about my stay in Cameroon.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
First of all, did you enjoy your stay in Cameroon?
Yes, I really enjoyed my stay in Cameroon. And firstly, we're going to get into a little bit about the people in Cameroon. From my experience, I noticed that the people in Cameroon were very welcoming. I felt very welcome. The hospitality was great. I felt like I had an in-home chef every day, and it was great to not cook for a while, and it's really great. And then like they also went based off of my appetite, like what I was wanting. So that was new. I've never had that kind of experience for them to cook me exactly whatever I want, you know.
Yeah.
Their cook. And
Yeah, you get treated like a queen or a king.
yeah,
If you're a man.
yeah, I think that's just the African. I mean, although I've only been to one African country, I think that's just the African culture
Yeah.
overall. I've heard other Americans travel to different countries and had similar
got treated.
experiences. Yeah.
Yeah.
As for the food was amazing. I had different choices of food every day. I tried different tribes of food, traditions made traditionally differently. And my husband's from the center part of Cameroon.
I'm from the central part of Cameroon, precisely from Yaoundé, and we was living in the littoral, which is a major city in littoral is Douala. So we had multiple choices of food. You know, I had to prepare food from my tribe and food from different tribes to see which one she's gonna like best.
Yes.
And realized that she loved food from the English part of Cameroon, which is from northwest. It's precisely kati kati and fufu.
Yes, kati kati.
That's her favorite meal.
That's my favorite dish. I'm sure there's so many other dishes, but that was my absolute favorite chef's kiss. I can eat that every day. So,
yeah, we had
shout out.
that. We had like jollof rice. I realized that she wasn't too interested in that because she's heard about it, she's tried it, so she wanted something different. So
Yes. As far as the culture, I realized that the culture was totally different. I realized that Cameroon's main transportation is through bikes, and they have cars and they have taxis and stuff like that as well. But I realized it was much easier and faster to get from point A to point B through a bike.
Right.
So we caught bikes and it was really popular, and I've only been on one bike prior to going to Cameroon in my entire life. So the bikes was really new and really refreshing experience, and I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed riding the bikes. I actually preferred driving the bikes.
Yeah.
Since coming back, I'm like, I actually wanted us to get a bike.
yeah. Because
And-
like if you had to take a taxi, you're gonna spend your whole day in a taxi,
Oh, yeah.
especially in Douala where
Yeah.
there's too much traffic. Precisely in Dokoti, if you take a taxi to Dokoti, you're gonna sleep in the car. You know, but with the bike, it
was much
really
faster.
quick, and you know
Yes.
you can get to your destination really fast.
Yeah.
And I also want to give a special thanks to my aunts that helped me organize everything from her arrival, helped me with the preparation of the food. She was really important at that time, you know, because by myself, I would not be able to do all this by myself. You know, she was there from the start, from the day you decided to come to Cameroon. You know, she really helped me get myself organized, get everything organized, helped me with every little thing that I needed, you know, to make it happen. So give a special thanks to my aunt.
I arrived in Cameroon during the raining season, which was in June. So I realized that their rain wasn't any kind of rain. This rain, and I come from the PNW, precisely the west coast of the United States, and we get a lot of rain. So I'm used to rain. So this rain in Cameroon was not any kind of rain. This rain was the rain that would flood the whole city. It was a lot of rain. I've never experienced it. It was so strong and so I'm like, is this an extra rainy day or something? I'm like, what is going on? Because the rain just sounded like rocks hitting on where we were living.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are these, and not just pebbles, like actual like huge rocks like hitting. I'm like, what kind of rain is this?
Yeah.
So that was my first time experiencing that kind of rain. And and of course they're used to it.
Yeah.
So that was considered normal for them, but
Yeah.
it was abnormal for us. I mean, for me. So.
Yeah, she kept asking me the question like, "Are you sure this rain is normal?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's normal." It's like it feels like there's gonna be flood. I'm saying, "No."
Yeah, I felt like the whole city is gonna flood.
Yeah,
like
and the rain comes with a lot of thunder.
Yeah, and it comes with a
can
lot of
rain
thunder.
for hours, or
Yes.
days, or weeks even. Like,
Yeah.
So
that was a good experience as well because I've never seen rain like that. Now that we touched over a little on the weather, the food, the people, and the environment,
yeah,
now we are going to talk about his proposal.
I remember that day.
His proposal, first of all, I knew that this man was gonna marry me. I knew that I wasn't oblivious that maybe he's gonna propose, maybe he won't. I knew he would propose because we put in so much freaking work. We put in so much work for me to get there. We put in so much work doing our due diligence to get to know each other. Just so much time that we spent to get to know each other. And I'm like, if he don't propose, then this guy's a fool. if he don't propose to me today, this guy's a fool. I knew at some point. However, I thought it might have happened at the airport. I thought it was gonna be, I was gonna be expecting it at the airport. Like kind of predictable. No, he actually still surprised me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The way that the proposal went, we stayed at an apartment. And first of all, we had a theme song. Anybody who knows me knows that I love me some P Square. My favorite song by P Square is No One Like You. And
I used to sing that song to you on the phone.
He used to sing it to me over the phone. And I really loved that song. And the song was playing. There was just one more. And again, it wasn't a predictable proposal. The song was playing in a room. It was just me and him, like in a bedroom. The song was playing. And I thought we were just vibing and just listening to music. And he started to play the song. And then he started to like fix his like sock or something on the floor. And mind you, I'm not thinking anything of it. Yeah. In fact, I'm thinking that it's gonna come maybe in a group with family and friends, the proposal. So he's fixing his sock or something, like in midway in the song, this man gets on one knee and he proposes. He gets on one knee and he proposes. It's kind of scared me because I wasn't expecting it. Like I wasn't expecting it at that exact time. I was expecting it to be in a group of people, but he did it with just him and I. It was super sweet. It was super intimate. It was just him and us. It wasn't predictable. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of blown away because I was like, did he even plan this? I'm like, did he even plan this, or did this just organically and naturally happen?
Yeah. At that time, what was going into my head was, since the vibe was already there, you and I was in an intimate moment. So I was like, I said, yeah, this is the perfect time to do it. Then that's when you realize that I started going down. I'm trying to fix something on my skin here before I took out the ring and said,
and then boom, off the
will you
question.
marry me? I realized your reaction was like, oh, yes.
And I knew that this was gonna happen, but it's just the way that it just happened. The timing. It was all about the timing. So it definitely wasn't your ordinary, predictable, will you marry me in front of tons of family and friends, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. But I don't know, I think he gave me what I needed in that moment, which was more intimacy. It also just proved to me that he's just down for me even more, just the way that he moved. And it was just so slick and smooth, and it was charming. I was impressed by his proposal.
Many days passed by, then it was finally the day of our marriage. And before we even got to that day, I had called my mom, called my dad, told my mom that, okay, I'll be getting married this day, but I wanted to keep it within me and you. You come with that, don't tell people, don't inform. Also, this it's because of the tribalism thing I talked about in my video. You know, because when people see stuff like this, you don't know who's really, you know, who's gonna like it. And that's why I had to tell my mom and my dad, because they were like, at that point, they were the only people that I could communicate. I can't get married without telling my mom or my dad. So I had to inform them, then let them know that, okay, mom, this is what I want it to be. I want it to be like this, low key, don't tell people. Yeah, so to my greatest surprise, my mom informed the whole village.
That's pretty common and typical.
Yeah. 2 days before the marriage, my mom was traveling. She left Yaoundé and was coming to Douala for the marriage. So I went to pick them up at the agency, realizing that she came with people. I'm like, Mom. But yeah, I just acted like, okay, it's cool, fine, everything's fine. So we prepared for the marriage. 2 days after, we went to court. And that was even where I got really, really surprised, because all my family members in Douala was there. Meanwhile, I told nobody. And I have reason why.
Yes. And meanwhile, we never really wanted a big wedding. Like, we don't have a lot of friends, and you know, we have family, of course, but that's not just honest, it's not really our style. And nothing against huge weddings or anything. We think that they're beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just not really our style.
Right.
So we quickly planned to do like just a quick court wedding.
Right.
And besides, I kind of wanted to just enjoy my trip. He wanted to join me. We wanted to enjoy each other. We didn't want our time, my time being there, to be taken just planning a wedding. You know?
Right.
So it was just like, let's just do a quick court wedding, and then let's just handle the rest later. And most importantly, let's just enjoy each other.
Right. That was actually the plan before it turned left.
Also, on another note, we didn't want a big wedding in Cameroon specifically because my family wasn't there as well. So it wouldn't have been fair to have, you know, like a big wedding here and then not exclude my family that's in the United States as well.
Exactly.
Who didn't know that I was getting married even. So
Exactly.
So it's just so many factors of why we went small and why we just wanted it small, intimate, quick, and because at the end of the day, we know each other the most.
Yeah, we also wanted to do something small because of the way Africans take ceremonies like that. You know, Africans exaggerate when it comes to that, because when you tell them that you're getting married, they're expecting you to make food, they expect a lot of drinks, they want to eat and get, you know, and pass out.
Rape anything.
Yeah, so we wasn't going for that. We wasn't going for that. And the way my family took that after the marriage, because they were coming expecting that it's going to be food. But when they came, to their greatest surprise, there was no food. There were no drinks. But my mom and my dad made sure that they had something to eat and something to drink. So after the marriage, it became a whole catastrophe about not providing food for people, not providing drink. And I think this is going to be a topic that we're going to touch on its part, on it separately. Yeah, we're not going to go into details to that. So, yeah.
That being said, we're going to end the video here, and you guys expect more of what happened in our trip in Cameroon and everything else that I experienced in Cameroon in our next video. So that being said, you guys make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you all for that supports us so far and sending hearts, lots of hearts.
Yeah.